down the right field line.
It's going to be good now. I just got like a loading thing on game 2. Yeah, we're good.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Semi-back.
Right.
This one just a little off the plate, and it's 2-0.
Struck out swinging, I'm pretty sure. Same. Drive being confirmed.
What?
That was strike out swinging.
This off speed is again a ball, ball 3. 3-0 to the Sailfish designated player, Taylor Pennica, batting in the 3 spot in this game. That went in there for a strike. Looked like she was taking all the way from Gale House. Having a few issues with our feed right now. We're working on it behind the scenes, so hopefully we can get that back up and running. Looks like it's coming back to life now, so sorry for the technical difficulty. All right, fans, we're back here in the top half of the second inning. I apologize for some of the technical difficulties we had there in the first inning, but 3 up, 3 down for both teams. No strikeouts, all action. Ballmer led off with a ground out to third on a nice play by Kat Budovich. Clawberg and Galehouse then followed with pops to second as Cambria Arturo goes back to work. First pitch in there, strike 1 as Arturo hits the target perfectly. It's Corinne Miner, the center fielder, Lexi Chevalier, who had the nice throw out of Allen trying to steal in the first, bottom half. So I shouldn't say it was a true 1-2-3 inning. Allen led off with a walk, but was thrown out trying to steal. Chevalier and then Russo getting the start as this one's popped foul out of play. Russo's playing third. So one more time through the UT lineup. Ballmer, Clawberg, Galehouse, Miner, Chevalier, Russo, Fantone, Jansen, and Allen are your starting 9 for the UT Spartans. 0-2 here as Arturo looks for her first punch out of the afternoon. 0-2 here comes. Good rise, but she laid off of it. Arturo, a different style pitcher than Abby Busby, who the Sailfish threw out there game 1. A little more velocity, a little more up in the zone. She continues to get comfortable pitching in a Sailfish uniform. Cambria ready, 1-2. Fouled away as Miner took a good crack at that one. UT, as they were last year, pretty rare breed. They have their starting center fielder and pitcher flip-flop in the games. Speaks to their athleticism. Be able to do those and hit, run the bases, pitch, field. They can really do it all. And do it all at a high level, especially Miner last year at a .6 ERA. Went 12-2, starts out the year this year 0-1, a tough luck 2-1 loss for her in game number 1. 1-2, this one stays high. She also was responsible for the only run Tampa scored. That was in the first inning when she lined a double to the center field fence. That scored Stephanie Ballmer, who had reached on an error. She's worked the count to a 2-2 here against Arturo. Next offering, here it comes. This one fouled back again as there's a little more life in the Tampa dugout than maybe we saw in game one. Certainly excited to get out on the softball field. They've waited a long time. Had their first weekend and week slate against Rollins College canceled due to COVID-19 protocols. So excited for them and the Sailfish both to get out here and compete. It's a good game one. Looking forward to the rest of the series. 2-2. This one lined up the middle. Diving attempt by Haas, and she stabs it before it gets to center field. Great play by the Sailfish Junior. Full extension dive up the middle. Great play by 00 Haley Haas. So Minor is cut down on the tough luck line drive. That brings up Chevalier, the catcher in this one. Played right field in game number one. So a lot of different positions, positional versatility for this UT squad. This one skips up there. Ball one. Chevalier, as I mentioned, played right field. And now behind the plate, Maddie Farrell getting game two off. This one swung on and missed, and she's even now, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Chevalier, slightly open stance, no batting gloves. Here's the 1-1. Stays high. So Arturo and Haas have been the two primary ball handlers for the Fish today. Haas has made 3 of the 4 plays. The other one was a nice ground ball over to Budnovich, who comes in for a quick word with her pitcher. Two-one, here it comes. This one inside corner, strike 2. Arturo comes back quickly with another strike. Arturo, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, first season in a PBA uniform, previously member of the Jacksonville University Dolphins. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chevalier. Off speed, she fouls it down near the first base coaching box, and assistant coach Rubio trying to get out of the way of that one, does. It'll be Chevalier followed by Russo here in the top of the second inning. Chevalier ready in the box, and so is Arturo in the circle. Here comes the 2-2 again. Big swing and foul tipped into the glove of Glatzig. First strikeout of the afternoon for Cambria Arturo. Nice option there. You can understand why Coach Cooley likes to back up Busby and Arturo since they're such different pitchers. Busby works down in the zone, really works side to side. A lot of off speed to go with a good fastball. Arturo, more of a rise ball pitcher, likes to elevate once she gets ahead in the count. We saw it right there, got Chevalier to chase it. Mentioned it on the opening of the broadcast, one of the fans tuning in as Russo takes a big cut, that it's Lexi Chevalier's birthday, so happy birthday to her. Making her 2021 season debut on her birthday. I'm sure that's going to be memorable for her after such a long year of waiting to play. Spartans dugout chanting Russo. Alexa came on for her first collegiate at bat in game number 1. Struck out to start the 7th against Busby on 3 pitches. Going to play third base after Bailey Phillips played third in the first game. Big swing and a miss there as Phillips couldn't get on top of that high heater. Arturo, as I mentioned, much better in her second outing here at Simpson Field than her first, where I think some nerves may have caught up with her a little bit in her first outing for a new team. 0-2 pitch, here it comes. Again, same spot, but Russo was able to get a piece of this one and foul it back. You can tell Russo a very aggressive hitter. Big swing. I imagine she's got some pop in that bat. Playing third base in this one. No batting gloves like many of her teammates are. Cambria ready. Here's the 0-2 again. Same spot, same result. Another strikeout for Arturo as she's gone 6 up, 6 down through 2. No score here in game 2.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
Leading off for the Sailfish, number 4, Meredith Milam.
Meredith Milam will grab a bat and lead things off here in the second. She's moved up to the cleanup spot in this game number 2. Understandably so with the way she's been swinging it early on in this 2021 campaign. A frustrating year for her last year as she was dealing with an injury before COVID-19 shut down the season as this one's fouled back. But she's hitting an even 500 with an 1188 OPS through 5 games, 8 for 16. A double, a triple, 2 RBIs, a stolen base, and has an on-base percentage of 500. Has not struck out, has not walked, and has not been hit by a pitch. So a lot of action for her early on. This one lined into right field. That'll be the first hit of this game as she continues to see that batting average rise over the 500 mark now. First, but Milam having none of it. Galatzik lays down a bunt, but it's foul in the box. As Chevalier quickly pounced on that. Remember, we saw Chevalier cut down Faith Allen. That was the first stolen base attempt of Allen's career in which she was thrown out trying to steal. Perfect 7 of 7 last year and perfect prior to that. So it was bound to come at some point. Galatzik shows bunt, and Chevalier had to go up the ladder to get it. Russo charging in hard, as well as Jansen at first base. Galatzik, 2 for 12 so far this year. 1-1. She lays down the bunt right out in front of home. Chevalier going to go to second for the force. And Chevalier, very impressive so far with her arm. And they're going to say she was out. I think Milam wanted to make sure, as there was a bit of a delay. So no bunt sacrifice for Galatzik. She'll be at first on the fielder's choice. Here's Kat Budnovich. She had a crucial play in the game with a bunt single to get aboard and came around to score the go-ahead run. This one grounded towards the shortstop. Big hop for Balmer over to Clawberg for 2, but that's safe at first as Budnovich just beats it out. So back-to-back fielder's choices after the leadoff single. It brings Haley Haas to the plate. Haley also a crucial play in the game when her slap approach put the ball in play and brought home the game's first run, or the Sailfish first run, I should say. She grounds this one right back to Galehouse, who will flip to first. And an easy inning after the leadoff single by Milam. Sailfish get that first hit on the board, but it's scoreless through 2.
What does it mean to be a PBA student athlete? Still want to know more? That's what it means to be a PBA student athlete.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
Biggest message today is don't change.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college.
Third inning, no score. Good crew up here in the press box area helping bring the game to you, and they brought a good point to my attention. This is a interesting part of COVID-19 from last season. Of course, all spring student athletes got their year of eligibility back, so different universities choose to list people differently on their rosters, and Tampa chose to go with advancing no one as far as their classification. So I said Alexa Russo was making her collegiate debut with that pinch hit. She was not. She appeared in 12 games last year, but she is listed as a freshman on the roster, so my mistake. But she will have 4 years of eligibility should she choose to use it. Top of the third inning, no score as Cambria Arturo delivers a first pitch in to Lauren Fantone, who is another second-year freshman. Fantone out of DeLand and DeLand High School. I believe she is actually a true freshman, so again fooled by what's listed. Here's the 0-1. Foul down the left field line. Good swing by the left fielder. Or number 8.
Okay, I got it. I'm caught up to speed now.
So he said that on the previous one, that he got a call while he was still streaming.
It'll be Fantone, Emily Jansen, and Mackenzie Allen, the right fielder.
And he's like, all right, I gotta go, guys. So
Fantone down to the count 0-2. Here comes Arturo, who struck out the last 2. Could she make it 3 in a row? Close, but Fantone, not a real tall player, just listed at 5'3", so that one just above the strike zone for her. 1-2, good spot though by Arturo, who has a couple of strikeouts and is not allowed to hit just yet. 1-2, off speed and just outside the reach of Fantone, and she picks up her third straight strikeout, all swinging.
Number 19, Emily Jansen.
The Sailfish Booster Club is
Emily Jansen, who's again at first base. Jansen, a junior out of Lutz, Florida, and Steinbrenner High. Hope our broadcast is coming in loud and clear wherever you're watching from. If you're at work or at home or working from home. One out here in the top of the third. Moving along quickly as that one in just above the belt for strike 1 to Emily Jansen. Unlike Fantone, 5'3", Jansen at 6 feet even. That one, a similar pitch that was called a ball, but the taller strike zone for Jansen allowed that one to be called. 0-1. Inside corner put in beautifully by Arturo. Jansen, another local product, Steinbrenner High. A lot of local talent that Coach Leslie Cantor has been able to keep close to home. Here's the 0-2. Foul tipped into the glove, make it 4 in a row. Arturo really starting to dominate here in the second and third innings. Able to elevate that fastball, and as I said earlier, it's a nice backup between Busby and Arturo with that different styles. Allen, the right fielder, gets her first at bat of the season. heard from some of her family earlier. If you want to tune in, or check in, I should say, via email, we'd love to hear from you. As Arturo continues to put on a clinic here with the strike zone, painting the outside corner there. You can do so by email at michael_brown@pba.edu. Love to hear who you're tuning in to see, who you're cheering on. Did want to wish that special happy birthday wish to Lexi Chevalier from the Molina family. They emailed in, said they're former teammates with Lexi. Had Millie serving as a student assistant for the Sailfish this season. I see her sitting over there. Got the sunglasses on right beside Coach Cooley, helping with the pitch calls. Arturo has the sign she wants. 0-2. Can she make it 5 in a row? Yes, she can. Swing and a miss, the rise, and Arturo has dominated the first time through of the Tampa lineup. Go to the bottom of the third, though. No score.
The Sailfish Booster Club is responsible for raising funds to support our athletic teams with travel, uniforms, and equipment. Even small gifts can go a long way in supporting our teams. It is only through the generous gifts of all of our supporters that all the costs of our athletic programs can be funded. If you are currently a member, thank you. If you are not, please visit pbasailfish.com/give today and become a member of the Sailfish Booster Club. Are you in need of the latest Sailfish gear? Visit pbasailfishgear.com for all the best in Sailfish products. The official online store of PBA Athletics has everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, and polos to drinkware, business accessories, and even pet supplies. Visit pbasailfishgear.com, your one-stop shop for Sailfish swag.
Bottom half of the third inning, Natalia Velez, Sailfish freshman, will lead things off here against Mariah Galehouse. Velez came in defensively but didn't get an at-bat. Actually, I take that back. She did get one at-bat in game number 1. Launches this one in at the knees for strike 1. It'll be Velez, Bree Rodriguez, and Faith Allen. All 3 lefties, all 3 with speed. Velez 1 for 1 as she lines this one just foul. Got the hit as she came in defensively for Janie McCloskey and then got one at bat and got that base hit. And was just about a foot away from getting her second hit of the day on that last one. 0-2 to the PBA right fielder. Couldn't stop her swing, but it gets away from Chevalier. Velez will sprint down to first. Credit her with the strikeout, but hustling all the way. Makes it to first on the wild pitch. So for the second straight inning, I think that third straight inning, PBA has got the leadoff batter aboard. This one bunted at by Rodriguez, but bunted foul. Rodriguez playing left field again in this one. Former Mercer University Bear. 0-1. Not bunting this time, and it's taken high. As the wind picks up a little bit here. Rodriguez 2 for 2 in the opener. With an RBI and stolen base.
The Sailfish Booster Club is responsible.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. This one tapped over towards third base Russo, who will field it in foul territory. Good to hear from the Grant family. That's Anissa Grant, cheering over in Tampa. They emailed in, let us know they're watching. Great to hear from you folks. Hope the broadcast is coming in loud and clear for you. And I believe that's Anissa. My apologies. Anissa Grant. 1-2. Tapper left side. When your name's Michael Brown, you really struggle sometimes with names that are not very easy. So Anissa, excuse me. And your family, I apologize. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bree Rodriguez. Line towards the shortstop. Ballmer, she'll field it, but not able to corral it. And that will get in. It's going to be the first error for Tampa.
Center fielder, number 27, Faith Allen.
That'll bring up Faith Allen. She'll take the first one high. As the Sailfish have 2 aboard with nobody out. Velez at second, Rodriguez at first. Allen ready. This one in the dirt. Chevalier has it get away from her momentarily. Remember, this started with a strikeout, but the wild pitch allowed Velez to reach, and then Rodriguez reaches on the error. Two and 0. At the knees, a good spot for that pitch from Galehouse. And a good take from Faith, as she wouldn't have been able to do much with that. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here it comes. Lined into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Coming up quickly with it, though, is Lauren Fantone. Will fire to the plate. Velez dropping anchor at third base, and the Sailfish have 3 on in 3 trips here in the third. Nice piece of hitting there by Allen. Just went with it and lined it into left. So Velez at third, Rodriguez at second. Sailfish hoping for a big inning. They got the right hitters coming up. Dallas Watterson, as the infield will come in, hoping to get a ground ball, double play perhaps. At least the force out at home. Here's the pitch to Watterson. She comes up empty. They have tried to pull the outside pitch. This one lined off the glove, and it will be a fair ball. They'll take it, and Jansen gets the play at first. A very tough call for the umpire, as it was down the first base line. It hit off the glove of Jansen. She did a good job of keeping it from the corner. Quickly found it and stepped on first with a minor collision, but 1 run does come in on the RBI line-out, ground-out. 3 unassisted at first base. Everybody moves up. Here's Penica. This one just off the plate to her as Galehouse misses. Penica grounded out to, popped out to the second baseman her first time up. 1-0. Big swing there from Penica. Comes up empty. So Velez scores on the ground out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Penica. This one grounded up the middle. That'll score at least 1. They'll send Allen to the plate. Here's the throw from Miner. It's not in time. 2-run single up the middle for Taylor Penica gives the Sailfish a 3-0 lead. Sailfish wasting no time here in the third. Plating 3. As their speed once again comes into play. Rodriguez scored and Allen scored easily.
Pinch running for the Sailfish, number 99, Taz Backus.
Taz Backus will come in and pinch run for Penica with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Sailfish hoping to add on here with their cleanup hitter at the plate, Milam. Started to offer and held up, no appeal, so Milam up in the count, 1-0. And they will appeal now, and he says no, very loudly. Milam singled to the opposite field to start the second. It was cut down on a fielder's choice on a bunt. This one in there for a strike. She got in her kitchen a little bit there. Milam off to that great start here in 2021. Hoping to continue it here through this at-bat. This one's taken high as Backus dances off first. Next pitch, 2-1, popped up in the infield. Coming over is Jansen to make the catch as Backus stays at first. Well, Jansen's made both outs in the inning. Once on a line drive off her glove and tagging first off of the bat of Dallas Watterson. And that one an easy pop-up. Here's Mara Glatzik. She tried to lay down a bunt, but it was right out in front of home plate. Big swing there, but she comes up empty. Galehouse has a good fastball. Oh, 1. This one taken up high off speed. This one down low. And it's 1-1 to the PBA catcher.
2-1.
Make that 2-1, my apologies. Glatzik ready in the box. Sun comes back out a little more now. This one hit high and deep to left center field. Drifting back is Corinne Miner at the wall. It'll bounce off the top of the wall and come back towards the infield. Backus all the way around. Glatzik coming into third. Slides in for the RBI triple for Mara Glatzik. Sailfish are opening it up here in the third. It's now 4-0. That one about 2 feet from getting out of here for the first homer in a PBA uniform for Mara Glatzik.
Now batting, number 21, Catherine Budnovich.
Miner and Fantone went as far as they could go in left center, tried to make a play on it, and they had it bounce back towards the infield, which allowed Glatzik to get all the way into third as Budnovich hits this one to Balmer. It's short. She'll fire across and get her. But the Sailfish score 4 times here in the third and lead it by a score of 4-0 after 3.
There are over 480,000 college athletes. Only 2% would go pro. That means over 470,000 will not get a shoe contract. No autographs. No private jets. No fan clubs. No Hall of Fame inductions. Instead, they will walk away with something much more valuable.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
By a score of 4-0. They've got 4 hits. Took advantage of 1 Tampa error and 1 wild pitch in that 4th inning that allowed the first base runner to get aboard. Good to hear from Kevin and Donna Hammonds. Their daughter Devin Hammonds is making her collegiate debut today. She's a freshman outfielder. They're tuning in watching the broadcast, so thanks for their kind comments. as Cambria Arturo goes back to work. She's got 5 strikeouts in a row. Retired the first 4 hitters, using her second baseman 3 times and her third baseman once. And the last 5 have all been strikeouts swinging. This is Stephanie Ballmer getting her second look here to start the 4th. Inside corner, call to strike as the sunshine has creeped back out from behind the clouds. It continues to be a very nice day here in West Palm Beach. Hope it's nice wherever you're watching from. We heard from the Haas family up in Minnesota. Heard from folks in Canada. Some other places that probably aren't quite as warm as it is here today. 1-1. Ballmer bunts at it, and it goes foul as Galatzik and Watterson chase after it.
That's a good point.
Sailfish went 1-2 against Tampa in 2020. Two extra inning games, including that marathon 17-inning affair on Friday night. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ballmer, who always shows bunt, or seemingly always does, before swinging away. 1-2, swung on and missed. Arturo has struck out 6 Spartans in a row, all of them swinging. And all of them practically on that same rise ball pitch.
Next up, number 3, Christina Clawberg.
That brings up Clawberg. She put the ball in play in the first. It was a pop out to Haas at second base. Sailfish baseball practice going on back to our right. Off speed, lined into left field. Rodriguez has been burned. It'll get all the way to the wall. She froze out there. It would have been a tough play either way. Her relay throw in, but not in time as Christina Clawberg breaks up the perfect game with an RBI, a 1-out double. First solid hit of the game for the Spartans. Clawberg tattooed that one to left as Rodriguez froze just for a moment. If she had broke back immediately, she may have been able to make a great over-the-shoulder catch. It would have been tough. Here's Gail House, the pitcher. She popped to second, her only other appearance. Off speed, and she was out in front and fouled it off. There does appear to be some activity in the Tampa bullpen. We'll keep an eye on that. It is a little bit challenging with when you have your pitchers who also hit. Likely wouldn't see Corinne Miner unless it was in relief. But she's the center fielder for UT, and Gail House would then take center field over likely if she had to come in. But either way, the Spartans have 20 players on their roster. So they're going to go to their bench for a pinch runner here. It's Abigail Siegel, 5'5" freshman out of Clearwater, Florida. Countryside High School. She's going to pinch run for Clawberg. 1 out here in the 4th. This one popped up. Gail House tried to go out and around the outside corner and hook it. It was just a little late. We've seen it time and time again with those 6 strikeouts for Arturo. She likes to go up and out of the zone with a rise when she gets 2 strikes, especially up 0-2. Let's see if she does it again here to Gail House. 0-2, line and delivery. She did, but Gail House wise enough to lay off of it.
Men's soccer still scheduled to play Rollins on Sunday, or is Rollins technically still scheduled? Still
1-2. Gail House, that open stance, slight crouch. 1 batting glove on the bottom hand. Here's the 1-2. Launch to deep left field. Rodriguez looks up. It's off the wall. She'll field it, throw it back in, but they'll trade places as Gail House and the pinch runner, Siegel, have got the Spartans on the board. That's going to draw the attention of Coach Cooley to the pitcher's circle. As you have to imagine, there'll be a little bit of talk between the battery about maybe switching things up a little bit on the pitches. So Gail House and Clawberg both hitting it right on the nose for back-to-back hits to the fence and left. 2 doubles. And Seagull comes around to score. A 4-1 lead now. 2 straight hits after 6 straight strikeouts. That'll bring up the center fielder, Miner. Miner lined out on a great play by Haley Haas in the second inning, a diving stab up the middle. Arturo ready, and so is Miner. This one hit into right center field. Velez calling for it. She'll make the grab. Throwing over to third. Budovich tries to scoop and tag, but it short hopped her. Arturo there to back it up. Risky play to try and tag there, but she comes in sliding ahead of the throw. Good strong throw from Velez, just a little bit of a tough hop for Budovich to scoop and tag. So a second out here in the fourth. That brings up Chevalier, who was the beginning of that 6 straight strikeouts for Arturo. This one grounded left side. It is a foul ball, says the home plate umpire. Hit sharply and into that corner. But just a couple of inches foul. No argument from the Tampa third base coach, Leslie Cantor. No balls, 1 strike. 4-1 our score. This one off speed and low. Even at 1-1. Want to stop the bleeding here and go back to work offensively. 1-1 to the Tampa catcher. Here it comes. This one popped up, straight up. Who wants it? Calling for it is Watterson. She'll make the basket catch about 8 feet in front of home plate. She called it immediately, and that will end the threat. 1 run does score for Tampa, however, as they break up the perfect game. PBA leads it 4-1, going to the bottom of the fourth.
My name is Tori Lackey, and I have a degree in Christian Social Ministry from Palm Beach Atlantic University. I loved its location in the heart of downtown West Palm Beach, and the beach was less than a mile away. The faculty, staff, and administration at PBA are so well connected that I was able to score internships at the local government and even nonprofits such as the Johnson Scholarship Foundation. I have a community of spiritual and professional support that continues to launch me into success.
Sailfish will look to respond here from the 1 run pushed across by Tampa in the top of the fourth. In the bottom half, they lead it 4-1. PBA scored all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the third. Tampa answered with a single run in the fourth inning on the RBI double from pitcher Mariah Galehouse.
Probably after this half inning.
It'll be Haley Haas beginning things here against Galehouse. Haas swung at the first pitch her first time and tapped back to the pitcher. Second offering is lined off the netting as Haas was a little tardy. Haas down in the count, 0-2. Off speed and a beauty, dropped in there nicely by Gail House. Her second strikeout. She has not gone off speed very often, but that was a good time for it. Here's Velez. She got that rally started an inning ago when she struck out, but the ball got past the catcher. And she swings and misses at this one. She would come around to score on the Dallas Watterson RBI ground out. First offering, or excuse me, second offering. This was hit sharply, but just fouled on the third base line. As Galhouse is really pumping them in there right now. Wants to get her team back up to hit. Mentioned PBA baseball practicing over to our right. They're getting ready for a trip tomorrow to the University of Tampa for a single game. And the Sailfish will host UT here on Saturday for a doubleheader. 0-2. Popped over towards third. It will squib foul, as that one got in on the hands of Velez. And I don't think the Spartans probably would have touched it if they had gotten there a little quicker, just knowing the good speed of Velez, and in fact that would have not had much of a chance to throw her out at first. Velez will be followed by Bree Rodriguez. Here's the 0-2. Tapper left side, again foul. So Velez proving to be a pesky here as Russo scooped it up out of play. Just after 5 o'clock here in West Palm Beach. Just under an hour till PBA women's basketball tips off in the Rubin Arena. 0-2, this one popped again foul. And they're going to call the batter out for being out of the box. So Velez is retired. That's like a 2U in your scorebook.
Left fielder number 2, Bree Rodriguez.
Brianna Rodriguez will try and get a rally started with 2 outs, nobody aboard. Maybe turn the lineup over to Faith Allen at the top. Bunted, but foul. As Russo and Jansen, the corner infielders for UT, were charging in hard, expecting a possible bunt. Bottom of the fourth, Sailfish leading this one 4-1. They lead it 4-2 in the hits category. 0-1. Foul tipped off the bat and then off the glove. Oh-2. Outside. Good spot for an 0-2 pitch, but it just missed. One ball, 2 strikes to Rodriguez. Chopper foul. Hit her in the box, so she'll get another crack at it. Sun has dipped behind the clouds over to our left. It's made the temperature a little cooler, as it's still a breezy day here at Simpson Field as part of the Rinker Athletic Campus. 1-2 to Rodriguez. Off speed, tap and go. Easy play for Clawberg as she flips to Jansen. Sailfish are retired in order in the fourth. They go back to work, leading 4-1.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Top of the 5th inning, Sailfish lead the Spartans 4-1. It'll be Alexa Russo, Lauren Fantone, and Emily Jansen scheduled to hit here against Cambria Arturo. Spartans finally broke through against Arturo in the 4th with back-to-back doubles from Clawberg and Galehouse. This one lined into center field. This could be another extra bases as it gets by Faith Allen all the way to the wall. Russo will round second, but will hold there as she lines a leadoff double into left center.
Left fielder number 8, Lauren Fantone.
So after those 6 straight strikeouts, which included Russo and now Fantone as well, the Spartans have started to find a little bit of a groove. Maybe they saw something or talked it over in between innings about something Arturo's doing with her pitches, and they've squared up 3 doubles.
See you guys later. Good luck, Mark.
So it looks like Coach Cantor is going to go to her bench another time here, as it's going to be number 10 who's going to come in and pinch run for Russo. 10 is Avery Perkins. Avery, a 5'8" freshman out of Fort Myers. Fantone, as I mentioned, struck out swinging her first time up. This pitch in there, I believe a curveball. It's called strike 1. Sailfish infield takes a few steps forward as Fantone out of that left-handed batter's box has some good speed. Next offering just off the plate. Good location, but just out of the reach of the strike zone. Waiting on deck is Emily Jansen, the UT first baseman. Arturo spins the ball in her right hand, looks to her wrist for the sign. Now she's ready. 1-1. This one popped foul. After the back-to-back doubles in the 4th for UT, Arturo settled down and got a fly out to right off the bat of Minor and a pop up to first by Chevalier. We'll hope she can do similar here after the leadoff double from Russo. Perkins out at second. Here's the 1-2. Lined into left center field. Allen coming on, can't make the play. It'll get all the way to the wall. Rodriguez will pick it up. Coming around is Fantone to third base. They'll think about sending her home, but she'll be satisfied with the RBI triple. Allen gave it a good effort, but the wind really pushing it that way as well, and it was hit hard. An easy stand-up triple as Coach Cooley's going to go to the circle again and have a chat with Arturo. And what was working for Arturo early in the game was that rise ball, and the Spartans were swinging through it. Last parts of 2 innings, they've squared it up 4 different times and have 3 doubles and a triple. Not a lot of power historically for Tampa from a home run department, but certainly putting on a hitting display these last 2 innings. Our view is blocked from the PBA bullpen, but one would imagine there will be probably some activity beginning shortly, if there isn't already. It's 4-2, so still in command here, but the potential tying run is at the plate in the form of Emily Jansen, and there's still nobody out here in the 5th. Arturo looks to the dugout for the sign, now ready. Swung on and missed is Jansen, who struck out swinging her only appearance back in the 3rd. Jansen went 1 for 3 in the opener today, did have a strikeout. I take that back, she did not have a strikeout, but was 1 for 3. 0-1. This one just off the plate as Galatzik looks back the runner. Bunt not out of the question, so you have to be prepared for a potential squeeze here with Jansen at the plate. And a good speed in Fantone at third. Arturo gets her sign, 1-1. Popped up. Budnovich calls it quickly and makes the catch. Big first out there in the infield. Going to bring up Mackenzie Allen, as she'll go down to talk to Coach Cantor. Another potential bunt candidate here. Allen, a junior out of Wharton High School, right there in Tampa. Listed as a second baseman and outfielder. Played in 28 games as a freshman, 38 games as a sophomore, and 20 games last season. Went 6 for 14. That's good for a .429 batting average. What were her marching orders from Coach Cantor? We'll see here as Budnovich plays in at third. Pitch just off the plate. She looked like she hit the target, but Galatzik's just setup was just out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. A big run down there at third in Lauren Fantone. 1-0 offering from Arturo. She's bunting and looked like a safety squeeze or perhaps just bunting for a hit, but it goes foul. Allen struck out her first time. Stephanie Ballmer is waiting on deck. (4-2) our score. It's the top of the 5th. 1-1. Here it comes to Allen. Up high, she lays off as the Tampa dugout has started to get some life back into it with these runs scored in the 4th and 5th. Two balls, 1 strike. This one tapped foul. Good pitch, good result. Wind still blowing across the field right to left. So Allen getting some encouragement from her third base coach Cantor. Two and two. Arturo goes to the wrist for the sign. Now she's got it. Here it comes. Lined again, foul. Ball elevated a little bit, but Allen able to put a good swing, just a little tardy. Arturo struck out those 6 in a row, but has not struck out anyone since Ballmer, who waits on deck. She loved number 7 right here to get to 2 outs. 2-2 pitch, here comes. Tapper left side. Budnovich makes the play, throws to first, not in time. Allen quick down the line. Budnovich did the right thing, looked the runner back, but just took a little too much time. So an infield single for Mackenzie Allen. A very close play as far as fair or foul.
Shortstop number 2, Stephanie Ballmer.
2 balls. As we go to the top of the order with Ballmer. She'll square around to bunt. Let's see what Allen does at first. One would suspect she's going to take off here. Popped up, shallow right, going out is Haas. And she'll make the over-the-shoulder catch, throw it in quickly, and keep the runners where they're at. Good play by the PBA, second baseman. It's a big second out. I thought Allen may have been running on the play, but she hit the brakes as Ballmer, who's been aggressive in each of her at-bats, pops out to the PBA second baseman. Velez was charging in hard there. Could have been a miscommunication, but Haas held her ground. Now runners are at the corners. Let's see what Clawberg does. She lined the first hit for UT just an inning ago. Came around to score. In there for strike 1. And I take that back. She didn't herself score. It was the pinch runner, Seagull. Allen not going to try and steal here perhaps because with 2 outs, Galatzik might try and throw her out. Let's see what happens. Wheels turning, I'm sure, in both dugouts, both coaches. 0-1 from Arturo. This one hit towards Budovic. She'll make the play, throw across, and get her. Sailfish Strand, 2 big runners on as UT cuts into the lead. It's now 4-2. PBA hopes to add on in the bottom of the 5th.
Start your day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
Sailfish will send their 1, 2, 3 hitters to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. That's Faith Allen, Dallas Watterson, and Taylor Pennica, who've scored 2 of the 4 runs for PBA. Those all came in the bottom of the 3rd. When they sent 8 batters to the plate, 4 of them scored. Allen ready. This one up and in. She takes for ball 1. She led off the bottom of the 1st with a walk, but was thrown out trying to steal. First time she's been cut down stealing in her PBA career. This is just her 2nd season. She had a single on a line drive to left her last at bat. That's a good pitch by Galehouse. Evens it up at 1-1. She came around to score from second on a Taylor Pennica 2-run single. Probably the biggest hit of the game, and is the difference right now in this 4-2 score. This one low is Allen being patient. Allen ready. 2-1 from Galehouse. Grounded towards the second baseman, Clawberg, who makes an acrobatic play there. A scoop to her left and gets this speedy Allen. Kind of a do-or-die play. So Allen retired for the first time in this game. Here's Watterson looking for her first hit. She did get an RBI her last time on an RBI ground out with the bases loaded. Watterson, one of a couple of freshmen getting start today. This one grounded left side as Russo knocks it down in foul territory. Watterson went to Duncan U. Fletcher High School. Not sure if the U stands for university. Have to look that up, but it's Jacksonville, Florida is her hometown. A couple of Jacksonville natives on this PBA roster. No balls, 1 strike to her. A little late on that Galehouse offering. Watterson, as well as Cambria Arturo, technically Middleburg, Florida. As it's 0-2 to Watterson. Fouled over near the Tampa dugout. This one's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Watterson's cut down on strikes.
Designated player, number 99, Taz Backus.
Taz Backus going to stay in the game here and take her cuts for Taylor Pennica. Backus getting a chance to swing the bat. She pinch ran for Pennica last time and being the designated player, she was able to stay in. Backus making her first appearance at the plate. Redshirted last season, watches this one in for strike 1. Backus, a native of Canada. Wears number 99, formerly worn by Maddie Burdish. Heard from Mr. Burdish earlier in game 1. This one, a foul tip into the catcher's glove, but bounced out, so Backus quickly down in the count 0-2. Backus, a sophomore academically out of Brampton, Canada. 0-2 pitch, here comes. Outside, just off the plate. 1-2. Cloud cover has come overhead, so we've got a little more shade and a little more breeze as Galehouse is trying to work through a 1-2-3 inning. 1-2 to Backus. Hit hard, but foul to the left side. One and two. Backus trying to get aboard and get a base runner ahead of Meredith Milam, who's waiting eagerly on deck. 1-2, the wind and delivery. Tapper back to Galehouse. She'll take her time, throw to first, and that'll end the Sailfish half of the fifth. We go to the sixth, 4-2, Sailfish on top.
Do you want Sailfish content delivered straight to your inbox? Sign up for the Sailfish Scoop at pbasailfish.com to get customized content delivered directly to your email as soon as it's available online. Customize your content to stay current with your favorite teams, or get it all to know the latest from all 18 programs. Sign up today for the Sailfish Scoop at pbasailfish.com. Are you in need of the latest Sailfish gear? Visit pbasailfishgear.com for all the best in Sailfish products. The official online store of PBA Athletics has everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, and polos to drinkware, business accessories, and even pet supplies. Visit pbasailfishgear.com, your one-stop shop for Sailfish swag.
Top half of the sixth inning, 4-2. PBA leads this one. An important inning for Cambria Arturo and the Fish as they'll go through the heart of the Tampa order. Galehouse, Minor, and Chevalier are scheduled, 3-4-5. UT's tacked on a run each in the last two innings, fourth and fifth, single runs each. Could have been worse had Arturo not buckled down and made some quality pitches. Swing and a miss, though, from Galehouse, who doubled. And they're going to say she's out of the box. She came across home plate to try and swing and hit that outside pitch. And that's a tough play. She stepped on home plate is what our home plate umpire is saying, so she is out. It's a tough call, but it's the right call. Up next is Corinne Miners, 0 for 2. Pitch just off the plate. Next offering from Arturo. 1-0. Popped up. Who's going to take charge? It's Haas in short right field making the play as Velez came a little late to the party. And Haas makes another over-the-shoulder catch.
Catcher number 13, Lexi Chevalier.
So two quick outs in this 3-4 of the order. As Arturo is trying to go with a scoreless sixth. Chevalier will try and get a birthday hit here, but it's going to not happen this time around as she pops it into the glove of Haas. Very easy inning for Arturo and the Fish. They go to the bottom of the sixth, leading 4-2.
Every Sailfish team aims to look good on and off the field. So when it comes to our Nike apparel needs, we always turn to AdPro Sports. From uniforms to practice gear and everything in between, AdPro Sports outfits all 17 Palm Beach Atlantic sports teams while serving as a one-stop shop from concept to reality. Learn more by visiting adprosports.com. The Sailfish Booster Club is responsible for raising funds to support our athletic teams with travel, uniforms, and equipment. Even small gifts can go a long way in supporting our teams. It is only through the generous gifts of all of our supporters that all the costs of our athletic programs can be funded. If you are currently a member, thank you. If you are not, please visit pbasailfish.com/give today and become a member of the Sailfish Booster Club.
Sailfish seeking some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead at the moment 4-2. They'll send Milam, Galancic, and Budnovich scheduled. Milam 1 for 2 in this game. In the first game today, Meredith 2 for 3. He's just continued to hit. Right back up the middle, and another base hit for Meredith Milam. They just keep coming. Multi-hit game number 2 on the day. It's really nice to see, not only because she's getting hits, but how she's getting them. Not over-swinging, hitting the ball where it's pitched, and making solid contact. Her first base hit in the second was a line drive to right. This time a single hard ground ball right up the middle. This one out of the zone as Galancic watches it go by. Mara got her first triple in a Sailfish uniform and drove in a run in the third. She's also bunted, but it was reached on a fielder's choice. Watches this one, it's a little low. So 2-0 to the PBA catcher as the sun's peeking back out. This would be a great time for Galacic's first home run. She came up just short her last time. Off speed and nicely placed by Galehouse. Galancic 0 for 2 in the first game today. 2-1 now. Popped into right. Drifting back is Mackenzie Allen. In her track, she'll make the catch. And Milam scampers back to first.
Now batting, number 21, Catherine Budnovich.
That'll bring up Budnovich. She's 0 for 2 in this one. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second and grounded out sharply to short in the third. Sailfish bats have been quieted by Galehouse since that 4-run third as this one hits the vicinity of the outside corner for strike one. Milam holding her hand up to block the sun as it's peeking over the left field fence. This one grounded through the left side as that will be the first hit of the day for Budnovich. So 2 aboard with 1 out on the Budnovich single. Milam stops at second.
Now batting, 00, Haley Haas.
Haas steps in 0 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher and a strikeout looking. Big swing and a miss there by 00. Haley out of Carver, Minnesota. On deck is Velez. Galehouse with a wind. This one stays up high. Galehouse likes to work quickly, and Haas likes to take her time getting in the box, so she puts that right hand up for asking for a little more. Here's the 1-1. Tapper didn't mean to the first baseman, Jansen. She will tag Haas out at first. Both runners do move up, so it's a productive out.
Right fielder, number 28, Natalia Velez.
Here's Velez. She'll get a chance here. She struck out in the third, but reached on a wild pitch. This one, Tapper, going to be a tough play for Galehouse to her left. She makes it, though, and gets the speedy Velez to end the 6th. Sailfish get a couple aboard, but can't score them. We go to the top of the 7th, 4-2, Sailfish in front.
More than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Cambria Arturo back in the circle trying to complete this 7-inning complete game. It'll be Russo, Fantone, and Jansen scheduled here in the top of the 7th as the Spartans will need a rally. They trail it 4-2, trying to avoid the season opening sweep. Russo doubled her last time up and came out for a pinch runner. She's also struck out. Came around to score, was the pinch runner. This one grounded up the middle. Milam cannot get it to her left. And a good start for the Spartans here in the 7th. Didn't hit it particularly hard, but put it in the right place. They were playing her a little in the 5-6 hole, and Milam, even if she had made the play on the dive, probably wasn't going to have enough time to throw her out. Here's Fantone. She tripled her last time up. Is also struck out. This is the big difference, being down by 1 versus down by 2. This one popped into left. Rodriguez waiting for it. Makes the catch. And a big first out as Fantone put a good swing on it, but lines out to the left fielder Rodriguez. As I was saying, if you're down 1, you may bunt there. And we've seen Coach Cantor go to the sack bunt a number of times in these ball games. They're going to go to their bench one more time. Familiar face in Bailey Phillips, the 5'9 junior. She started at third base her first game. She will pinch hit for Emily Jansen, the first baseman, who had been previously 0 for 2. Phillips in the opener was 0 for 3. Phillips, a local product out of Jupiter, just north of us here in West Palm Beach. 4-2 our score. Phillips ready. This catches the outside corner. And Arturo quickly ahead in the count, 0-1. Phillips went to Jupiter High School. Had a couple of Sailfish softball players from Jupiter High over the years. 4-2 our score. Here it comes. This one just off the plate as Galatzik gives a look over to Russo. If you recall, Russo was pinch ran for her last time, so if she was again, she'd be subbed out. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-2, our score. Here comes. Phillips ready and attacks. And fouls it off 1-2. Sailfish have been the queens of double plays early in this season. They have not turned one today. I think they turned 5 against Florida Southern. How about that would be to end things with a double play here. But they take it out. 1-2 to Phillips. Swing and a miss, and Arturo picks up her 7th strikeout. Been a while since she had one, all the way back in the 4th when she struck out 6 in a row. And once again, the Spartans will go to their bench.
For the Spartans, number 54,
Maddie Farrell will be the next opportunity for the Spartans, as Farrell, who started behind the plate in game 1, went 0 for 2 against Abby Busby. She is the potential tying run at the plate. Pinch hitting for Mackenzie Allen. Arturo looks to the wrist. And she's ready. Here it comes. Farrell aggressive, but fouls it back to the netting. On deck would be Balmer, but Farrell's going to have to reach for this inning and this ball game to continue. No balls, one strike. Farrell ready. Started to swing and was able to hold it up as that one was up out of the zone. Arturo's worked the upper half of the strike zone a good bit today with that rise ball and has had a lot of success with it. Spartans have got on top of it a couple of times. 1-1 to Farrell. This one just misses outside. Arturo hoping for that call, but it did look to be a little bit outside. Farrell out of Valrico, Florida, Durant High School, another nearby city and high school of the Tampa area. 5'4" senior, coming back for another year here in 2021. 2-1 to her, here it comes. This one popped out of play, so the Spartans are down to their final strike as that one clanks off another camera tower. I think we have all three of them have been hit during these two games. Thankfully, and somewhat unfortunately, none of them have been manned today, so nobody's gotten hit as our early start time didn't allow for our student camera people to be on site. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Arturo ready to Farrell. Here it comes. Up and away, so it'll go to a full count. Russo will get a head start over at first base. She'll be off on the pitch. Farrell will attempt to turn the lineup over to Balmer. Arturo wants to shut the door right here. Cambria ready. Gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Farrell a tough out at the plate. Spartans ready. And so are the Sailfish. They want to put a cap on this one. 3-2 again from Arturo. Here it comes. Just a little low, and she'll walk her. First walk of the day for Cambria Arturo. Comes here in the 7th. Good at bat by Maddie Farrell. That'll bring up Stephanie Balmer. Mackenzie Allen will re-enter at first after Farrell pinch ran. Remember, Allen would be the potential tying run, so Sailfish are playing extra deep here. Don't want anything hit over their heads. Balmer steps in 0 for 3 in this game. Balmer went 1 for 4 and scored a run in the first inning, in fact, in game number 1. The only run scored by Tampa. Arturo trying to close the door. Balmer squares around a bunt. Now swings, hits it out to right field. Velez waiting for it to come down, will make the catch, and that will cap the sweep for Palm Beach Atlantic. They win this one 4-2 after winning game 1 2-1. Impressive performance and first win in a Sailfish uniform for Cambria Arturo. She struck out 7, only walked the 1, and allowed just 6 Tampa hits. Sailfish get the sweep. They'll look to continue their winning ways on the road on Saturday when they take on these same Spartans in Tampa. Be sure to find out more information about game times and links to live statistics and a broadcast by the Spartans Athletic Department via the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. I want to thank our friends with the Sports Broadcasting Major and Don Piper for their assistance in getting today's early start on a midweek online and available for you all to watch. Thanks for those that tuned in via email as well, and let us know where you're watching. We always enjoy hearing from fans